Hello everyone and welcome back to the Marketing Empress. I hope you all are doing well and are safe at home. Today we look at another concept under the section of digital marketing. I am referring to the concept of cost per click. Now this is one of the most important metric when it comes to analyzing your KPIs, that is your key performance indicators. And while most of us may have heard the term before, it can get a little confusing to understand this concept in its most practical manner. So I'm here to make things easier for you. But before we get started, you know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification icon so that you get notified each time we cover something else on digital marketing. So without further ado, let's get started. Through this video, we answer the following questions to understand the concept better. What is cost per click? What are the types? What is a formula? How can you decrease your cost per click? And what is the average cost per click on various platforms? Let's start with the first one. What is cost per click? Now, cost per click or CPC can be defined as the cost that you as a marketer pay to the publisher every time an online user clicks on your ad. So, cost per click forms a major part in the under the broader umbrella of paid search marketing. The most important part that you need to highlight when it comes to definition of cost per click is the difference between a click and an impression. Now, cost per impression is another topic or another KPI, and we'll cover that in detail in the future. But here, when it comes to cost per click, I am referring to the consumers or customers actually interacting with your ad. The best part about cost per click is the fact that you only pay for those interactions that your consumers are making with you and the traffic that is getting diverted. So let's take an example to understand this better. If I just look at a particular ad, that's an impression created. But if I'm actually interacting with the ad, now that's a click that's coming through. For this particular video, we are going to try and make things a little different. We are going to look at a story to understand this concept in detail. Let's think about a character. Let's call her Maya. Now, she is someone who has finally decided to pursue her dream of having her own designer boutique. What she does have currently is physical presence in a retail shop. However, what she is missing in her business is some online presence. And while her boutique is already listed on Google, she knows for a fact that advertising will add further fuel to her getting in more people to her boutique. She decides to come up with a CPC campaign for Facebook. Now, how this works is that on Facebook, you get multiple parameters that you can select or deselect when you're targeting your ad to a particular set of consumers. Of course, if she is focusing on only women clothes, she will narrow down her target audience to targeting only women for a specific age group, etc. She only pays for any sort of interaction that happens with her ad through a click, instead of paying for an impression which may or may not lead to as many interested leads. Next, let's understand the types of cost per click. Now, there are two broad CPC types or formulas based on which you can design your CPC campaign. Number 1, flat rate. This is when a website or a search engine has a predetermined rate that they charge to advertisers. So if I go to them, they will charge me the same rate. If you go to them, they'll charge you the same rate. It doesn't matter what advertiser you are, the flat rate system works well for websites and search engines which have a consistent set of people coming in for a specific target group. Now, how is a flat rate determined? This is more so determined based on the number of advertisers that come through targeting a specific keyword. and the other one, bid-based rate. This is the system that Google uses. The way it works is that an advertiser already sets in the maximum amount that they wish to spend for a particular click, and this particular amount is then called a bid. This helps advertisers determine the campaign duration and the amount of money that they wish to spend throughout the campaign. Next, let's understand the formula to calculate cost per click. The formula used by Google AdWords for CPC is determined based on your quality score. Now, what's a quality score? A quality score is just a rating that's provided to you based on the kind of advertising that you've done and the relevance that it entails. This rating or this quality score ranges from 1 to 10 and is based on multiple parameters based on which it's derived. The formula is ad rank of the advertisement immediately below yours divided by your quality score plus $0.01. Now, it's crucial to understand the average CPC changes as per the region, and hence it's important to factor that in while comparing your CPC with others. Now, let's look at how we can decrease our cost per click. Following are the 4 ways which can help you reduce the cost you pay. Number 1. Lower bids. This, in my opinion, is the most obvious way to reduce your overall payment. You reduce your CPC limit. Now, Google lets you determine the maximum CPC that you can pay for the ad clicks. Now, if you keep this particular maximum amount under your budget, Google has to make sure that you are not getting charged for anything that you cannot afford. Number 2. Include long tail keywords. Now, when it comes to a CPC campaign, there are these 3 to 4 keywords that you are actually targeting through your communication. But if I as an advertiser or I as a marketer am working in a space which is extremely competitive, let's say for example digital marketing, that's quite competitive. So then I need to ensure that the bid rate is also in sync with what I want. So I may not be able to rank or get a good bid rate when it comes to a keyword that is used by so many others in my area or my category. Then I make use of something known as long tail keywords. We will cover this topic in detail in another video. But for now, to just get a basic understanding of what a long tail keyword is, it's something like, say for example, the title of this particular video is what is cost per click. But if I need to use a long tail keyword, I will add in a few more words which are in sync with the title. So I would say, what is cost per click in digital marketing? Now that's a long tail keyword. Number 3. Improve your quality score. High quality score will tell Google that your ads are relevant and your ads are targeting the right set of audiences. This will in turn assure you cheaper clicks. Number 4. Adjust the bids based on locations and devices. Ensure that you get a thorough understanding about the location in which your target audiences consume your content. And also keep a watch out for the devices that they generally use. You want to narrow down details in regards to your CPC campaign, keeping in mind the location and the devices so that there is no wastage and eventually you're paying for actual leads getting generated. What is the average cost per click on various platforms? There is no fixed figure here, so it will change based on the industry you're working in, how competitive is your industry or the segment you're working in, etc. General financial industries, law services seem to be expensive segments or categories where the rate is quite higher. But the industry average for Google AdWords is $2.32 on Search Network. Now let's look at an average CPC across platforms. We'll be analyzing the content for 2 platforms, namely Instagram and Facebook. Let's start with Instagram. Now, as I mentioned earlier, each platform will work differently when it comes to determining your CPC rate. Now on Instagram specifically, there are these specific target groups which are costlier in comparison to the rest. These are 18 to 24, 25 to 34 and 34 to 44 age group. On an average, if we were to calculate or get an approximate number, on Instagram your CPC can range anywhere between $0.50 to $1. Now let's look at Facebook. Now when it comes to Facebook, again there are no set parameters that will determine your CPC, but there are a couple of things that help you determine your CPC rate on Facebook. Number one, what time are you advertising? Now, I am not referring to a particular time in the day. I am referring to whether you are advertising during the holidays or you are advertising in general. Is it over a weekend or a weekday, etc. Now that helps and that changes because you need to get a better, but there are a couple of things that help you determine your CPC rate on Facebook. Number one, what time are you advertising? Now, I am not referring to a particular time in the day. I am referring to whether you are advertising during the holidays or you are advertising in general. Is it over a weekend or a weekday, etc. Now that changes. And why? Because advertising on Facebook is a lot expensive when you are advertising during holidays, especially Christmas. Next, how narrow is your target audience? Now, if I have an advertising campaign that is more targeted in nature, no doubt I'll be spending a lot lesser in comparison to having an ad campaign that is universal or talks about everyone in general. Lastly, we are looking at ad placement. Is the ad placement manual or are you doing it in an automatic way? Now, if it's manual and you're actually deciding the placement, you may have to pay a little more for the specific placement you require. But if we were to give you an approximation for CPC on Facebook, it can range anywhere from $0.20 to $0.80. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something out of it. If you did, like the video, share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel. If digital marketing is your thing, then make sure you watch all the other videos that we have under this playlist. So until next time, bye bye.